Darkness falls, and with it, the truth emerges. In a world where the line between fact and fear is blurred, beneath the surface of forgotten towns and restless graves, hide secrets soaked in blood and whispers that never die. From the chilling depths of true crime to the unexplained shadows of the paranormal, we dive into the stories that haunt both past and present. Welcome to Realm of Darkness.
Hello, everyone. Nate, I'm still laughing.
About
the end of the intro.
because of the first edit of it.
Yeah. So our intro at the very end where it says true crime and paranormal, Nate worked so hard on it and he sends it to me and it said tur crime. And I was like, Nate, I love it. I was like, but what the hell is tur crime? And he's like, that's it. I'm not changing it. We're keeping it. I don't care. So every time I see the change version, I just start laughing. I find it entertaining. But
I always have to send Ashley everything for proofreading purposes because she's the smart one of the group. So
yeah, I try to be, No, but I'm so excited for tonight because one, we're only a week away from one of the biggest events that I'm so excited for. And then we have you two lovely ladies on to talk about it, to go over everything, and to tell people why they need to get there. And I'm talking about the Rock Island Expo. So tell us about it. I'm excited.
Kandi, you're up.
It's October 4th, Saturday, all day long. We have over 150 vendors. You're going to be there, so that's
we are.
Nice. Then the infamous Annabelle Shadow Doll. Several items from the Warrens Occult Museum are going to be there.
Yeah. Well, and I'm excited about the lineup you have for the different, the presentations, the talks, the panels you guys have going on, which I'm kind of looking forward to ours, since the guys have to be on it. I'm going to mess with them a little bit.
Yeah, she didn't tell us anything about it.
I didn't. I gave them no information, but I think I'm excited because looking at the roster, knowing who's going to be there, the different things that are happening, the museum, it's like there's something for everybody.
Absolutely something for everybody. I think what we really aimed for on this year's expo, Get Haunted and Paranormally Blonde got to be there last year, and it was such a great combination of the community. It was very diverse. And sometimes what we see happening with expos and paracons, and this is not the fault of anybody, it's just what happens. We kind of see the same sort of small circle, or regionally, somebody will only pick like the people right there, right? And Kandi has people coming from sort of each corner of the United States, from Greece. So I think what you're really going to get at this expo that you don't get at a lot, right, is you're going to get a really, really good look at what the community is. It's not just a select few. It's not just our friends that we want to party with, right? Nothing wrong with that. But this is really a moment for you guys, for the vendors to step up and to make it completely worth their time and make it worth the time of the guests to come in and really find something that resonates, something that maybe they want to challenge themselves with. And I think that's kind of what's cool about having the Warren Occult Museum there, because, you might have some very big opinions about it, but maybe instead of just having those opinions, come on in, talk to Nesper, talk to Chris, Wade, Tony Spira is going to be there, Rick Clark, Ryan Buell, talk to them and maybe get a better understanding why you're fighting it. You can still walk away and go, I don't agree with it, right? But maybe really understand what the what this piece of history, because it is paranormal history, right? So really get in there and understand what is their belief, and why do people believe it so much? Why do some people not believe it at all? So I think this is a great hands-on, and especially now because all those items, all those artifacts are now going to be housed at their new home. So this is going to be the second to the last on the Devils of the Run tour. So we're really blessed to have them coming this year.
And only stop in the
Oh, and that's
Midwest.
so cool.
So everybody west of the Mississippi to get to see these items, normally you're going to have to travel halfway across the country now. So this is your shot to come on in, get to see them, and visit with some of the best, as Sara calls them, boots on the ground community.
Yes. And we had, well, I was flying, but Nate had Wade on earlier in the year, and he went through so many different things and kind of explained, in respect to him, I'll say the doll. One of the he told Nate and I is to never say her name, which we do, but for respect on this show, we'll say the doll. You know, and I'm interested because I've never physically met her.
Me either.
So I think she's different for everybody, right? And I think that's what's really, to me, has always been something like I love to be a voyeur of people who are into paranormal, because it is interesting and it's so intriguing to me to see some people walk in and have visceral reactions, right? Like me, like it just goes right over my head, right? It's like, it's interesting. Like it's really taken that moment and thinking like, why am I feeling this? Why am I, what is my connection with her? And I think sometimes as paranormal people, we don't go that extra step. You know, we don't really sit down and try to understand what is it, the grandeur of it? Is it the stories that we have, or is there truly something about that energy and your energy that, and it could be a little bit of all, right? But I think this is going to be such a great opportunity for so many people. I'm choppy, Sara.
You're choppy.
I know Nate and I got our tickets. We were so excited about it. I think we ended up getting tickets like,
I think my camera died completely.
Yeah, your Nate's like super.
I'm just frozen.
Okay.
Well, and I had a conversation with Wade actually just the other night, and Derek and I were down this last weekend in Rock Island, and we do every time we go, we do a little mini type investigation or something, right? I guess it was 2 weeks ago. We have never had anything come through like what was coming through. We were getting, and I was messaging Sara going, what's the story with La Llorona? We were getting the wailing, and it was saying La Llorona on Necrometer and all this stuff. And I was talking to Wade about it, and he said, they know Nesper's coming.
Oh.
That's crazy because isn't it yeah, okay. That's weird that you say that because I've got my
look at that.
That's why I was like, wait a minute, that's weird.
Yeah, right.
They have her wedding dress or something at the museum.
Really?
Oh, I don't know.
Is it the wedding dress? They have something to do with it. I thought that's what I can't remember, but they have something to do with her. So he's like, they know we're coming.
Oh my gosh. I cannot wait. I'm just excited to get in that room and feel all the different energies and see if it even, like Sara said, like, am I going to feel good, bad, sick? Like, am I going to feel nothing? Maybe I'm just not going to connect to it, but I'm really, and I'm interested to see, because I know that there's also an investigation at the end of the event. And I'm interested to see if all of those items spike the activity within the building and the location.
Yeah. So interesting enough, Get Haunted was really honored to kick off the Devils on the Run tour last year at the Shanley Hotel in Napanoch, New York. And, you know, the items get set up, and it was a 2-night event. So, the items got to stay inside the hotel. And it is interesting to hear, like, because, you're bringing items that have big stories, right? And they have all sorts of their own stories, but just stories that other people have shared about them with their own experiences. And bringing that into a haunted location. So, like with Rock Island, having spirits that live there and have stayed there, do they fight for a little bit of space? It will be interesting to see, especially with Annabelle being the alpha.
Yes. Well, and I wonder if they're going to get protective of the location too. Like, this is ours. What are you guys doing here? But I do know too that during the event, you guys are going to have several podcast groups that are going to be there, that are going to have the opportunity to do a lot of interviews with some of the vendors and the guests and kind of get that information out there live in case people can't make it. So when they're doing that, are you planning on maybe having that on social media, or where could people kind of watch if maybe they're at work and can't come till a little bit later?
I think we were talking, as last I knew, we were going to have it on the Rock Island Roadhouse page. And I think, were we trying to get it on Get Haunted as well, Sarah?
Yeah. And, I think what is really cool about this opportunity as well, because there are so many podcast and YouTube content creators that are going to be there, this is a really good moment for them to expand their audience, right? To meet people from, different demographics, different, geography wise, just really getting themselves out there. And so we welcome them to air on their own pages, their own platforms.
Definitely.
So yeah, it's going to be really cool. And I think to have guests come in, what we're really hoping is that if somebody is like, I've always wanted to do a show, give them a moment to have their voice heard, even if it's for 5 minutes to see, because once you kind of get the bug, right?
Oh yeah.
it's
addictive.
Yeah.
Well,
and
who
if
doesn't
you
love to
go
just
live, if you can use the hashtag RIREE, that way anybody who's looking for things and wanting to watch the lives, they could look for that hashtag and find everything easy.
I'm sorry, I'm reading comments on the side.
I know, they're hilarious. That's why I keep looking over, and I'm like, I love the banter in the comments too. And I think a lot of people in the comments are going to be at the event, which is going to make it even more fun, because like you said, even though it's a large group of people and it's a lot of different vendors, it is a chance to meet people in person that you haven't got to meet and make these connections. And I know, like Sarah, we've never met in person, so I'm excited for that. And it's a fun time to just see everybody, hang out, get to know everybody.
Yeah, you kind of
join the banter.
You kind of hope that you have people. We have Beacon streaming service, we have Paraflix streaming service coming in, and don't forget, everybody, every single vendor, presenter, and guest that comes through the door at Rock Island on October 4th is going to get a code to get 3 free months of Paraflix. Thank you, Natalie. So kind of her to offer that. But I think to have we're this whole idea of this expo, at least in my mind, and what I really worked hard for, was really kind of saying like meet your community, work together. And I have been blessed, working with Kandi almost from the beginning, not close to the beginning of doing this year. I've gotten to meet so many amazing people like yourself and Nate. And like to be able to say, like, people that I might not have been able to have this moment to really get to know. And so we hope everybody takes that moment, and we're seeing it. I have been really proud to see the vendors and presenters talking to each other, working. We encourage shows to, have guests on that are going to be at Rock Island. And we always hear, I don't use the word para-unity. It's not my word. But this is about community. And I think that we've pulled it off. We have pulled it off thus far. And now it's time to bring in the guest. And hopefully we'll just be one big family that day, and everybody will learn something new. Or maybe you don't like alien stuff, but maybe you're going to meet Zach Screed and be like, oh my God, I love alien stuff. Or, cryptid, we've got the PAX, the SQ, Squatchman, Grizzly, Chris, like we've got some amazing people. So this is a chance to go in and just check out things that you might not normally check out. And that to me is what these, we all pack our stuff up, right? We pack it up, we set it up, you're driving, you're spending money to go for a weekend somewhere. It should be, you should walk away with some new connections. And I think we're going to see that big time at Rock Island.
Yeah. And one of the incredible things I've noticed, which you don't see a lot with other events, but it seems like with this one, everyone is sharing everyone's stuff. Like when it comes to social media, which you don't see a lot. Like there's a lot of people that kind of promote themselves and then pushes that. But this, it's like, I'm seeing the videos and, the promotional videos and the posts and coming from everywhere. And I love it because it's, for me, at least, I am excited about it because it's almost like a fresh breath. It's like, okay, I can go in, we can do our thing, we can have fun. We're not worried about anything. And it's just, I'm excited.
And that's what Changing the Way You Paracon was supposed to be for everybody involved, location owners to organizers to vendors to guests. It should change we need to see change. We need, if we want to, we all hear people like they want to get their brand out. They want to educate, they want to share, they want to do something, but yet we don't really work on that piece. And I think what Kandi and I have been witnessing, and it definitely with you, Ashley, we've had so many people, what can we do to help? What can I do? And it was like, there was no question. People are just stepping up. And to me, that means we're all investing in something here together. And if you aren't invested in the event itself, it's going to show, and it's going to bleed out to your guest and maybe guests not coming. So to your point, you have everybody sharing everything. It makes it a little more comfortable for people to go, okay, this is kind of cool. Like, this isn't going to be like, do I fit in? Everybody fits in. Everybody is welcome. We want to meet you and we want to hear your voice and we want to learn and do something new.
Yeah, that's incredible.
And we got the bugs worked out from the first couple of years. So,
well, the funny thing is, I was a part of that first year. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it last year, but that first year was incredible. I mean, the amount of guests that came through, the amount of vendors that were there, it was overwhelming in a good way. And I left like, oh, this was so much fun. This is one of the best ones I've been to. So to see it now in its third year and being able to come back, I'm already mind blown and I'm not even there yet. So, and I keep telling Nate, I'm like, you're going to love it. You're going to love, you're going to love the location. It's incredible.
And we got to thank Lisa for letting us. I mean, she literally lets me go in there. She shuts down her furniture business for like starting next month, Wednesday. Her furniture business has to shut down because all the furniture gets moved, it's all getting moved out and we couldn't do it without Lisa.
I have to share this one. This made me giggle.
He did get a haircut.
I was going to say that one made me giggle.
It's going to be, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And like you said, people are sharing it before. And maybe it's just me, but I seem to notice after the first two, even 2 and 3 weeks later, people were still, you'd on a live and be watching a show and people would be talking about, well, when we were at Rock Island, this happened. Or so it's neat watching everybody make those connections and the friendships form and the collabs.
Well, I mean,
say that word wrong.
Well, from the first year we did, Kayla and I took part in the investigation. And I mean, 3 years later, we still talk about it because, again, the event was incredible, but the location itself is incredible. And it has a lot of history. And that was one location that Kandi, I don't know if you remember, you were at the front desk where we were on like, I think the 3rd floor and something happened and she legitimately ran down the hallway, down all 3 flights of stairs, past the front desk and out the front door into the parking lot. And the only thing she was yelling was, oh, F-U-C-K. Oh, F-U-C-K. Oh, and she the whole way down.
Wow.
And to this day, she still talks about it. And she's been to so many different locations. So, I mean, it's like, even if you're just going, for something like that, do the investigation because you never know like what you're going to catch.
Yeah. And the VIP this year, we're really excited because we have, again, we wanted to be able to open up, which is really important to Get Haunted. We're not the ones that want to be on the stage. We want to share the stage. And to me, this was a perfect opportunity to say, let's share this opportunity with other people so they have a really diverse sort of investigation. So not only is Get Haunted going to be taking on a session, we have Hunger Nights from Greece coming in and doing one.
So
we have Eric and Michael from War Party coming in to do that. We also have Lisa Tabbert, who's going to be Lisa Fry, who's going to be coming in. She's going to be doing some table tipping as a session. So just to get a little piece of something, something different. We all have very different styles. We all have very different vibes when we're investigating. And to me, like, it's one day. It is. And we know there are a lot of expos that do that 2 to 3 day thing. And you spread out the fun. But we aim to really get you tired on October 4th. We're going to have you going from 9 a.m. until 6, and then 6 till about 7:45-ish. There are some things to do in between. And then 7 o'clock starts the VIP investigation, and that runs until midnight. And then for those of you, what's that? 8 until midnight. Okay. Yeah. Because we have to have time to eat. We're going to be kind of busy.
You gotta eat.
8 to midnight. And then at midnight, for those that got tickets for Patty Negri, we'll get to end the night with a midnight seance. So, it's really, I think if you walk away from this expo and you go, I just don't understand what the paranormal community is, then you didn't really take advantage, because we do have talking board museum, spiritualist museum exhibits. We have a scrying session. We do have a pre-record now, but we do have something on the Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, which is a very, very popular space for so many people. The Warren Museum, we have an immersive experience that you can go do with Chris Smith. That is free. And then all the amazing readings, aura readings, psychic readings, workshops, Rachel D'Amico, Dave Giuliano, ghost gear. You can make a piece of equipment that's sold out. Sorry, folks. But there's like so much to do. So honestly, and then like you said, all the amazing panels where people, the cryptid panel, the paranormal podcast panel, to be able to go in and really get a taste. This isn't going to give you, it's not going to be the meat and potatoes, but it's going to be a little bit of an appetizer to go, okay, I want more. I want more.
Well, that's the thing I've noticed too. Like, sorry, you can't see me, but you can hear me.
His camera's not working tonight.
My camera decided to die. But like, just looking at the list of panels, there are a whole bunch of different panels for like different people to like. And there's multiple ones going on at the same time. So like, you've got to pick and choose. Like, you've got to plan your day ahead before you get there. So if people want to, start planning now before next week, now it's probably your time to start doing it. But how many roughly panels do you guys have for this year?
5 rooms of presentations that start at 9:30 and go till the end.
Yeah, it is a lot. It is a lot, but what I can say is we are really, and congratulations to, and this really, the congratulations goes to all the vendors and all the presenters, and to I think the sharing does help. We are over 1,000 tickets sold today.
Wow.
And that's not, now we asked Kandi, what were you at last year? And she's like, 10 tickets sold, pre-sold. So we are 900% over.
Wow.
And I don't even know if that's touching the local community. So what we're really excited about is, we did, and this is not a slam to all the vendors and presenters, but we really wanted to focus on the paranormal community, not the celebrity community. So, bringing Nesper in brings a whole different demographic to the table for everyone to meet. And I think that's what's really you kind of have that anchor store and you get people in, and we have the paranormal that's not you, that's Get Haunted. We have the Rock Island Roadhouse program that you can buy at the door for $2. And what's really cool about that is the vendors that bought into that. So what you'll do is you can go to their table. It might be that you need to listen to, what they do, or however it's up to the vendor, whatever makes them feel validated and spoken to and visited with. They'll get a sign off. And then the guests can take that when they've got all their signatures that they're happy with. They can bring that back and get raffle tickets to put in. And let me tell you something. We just went over the raffle items last night.
They are
my God.
incredible.
Oh my gosh.
A little Annabelle. I don't know if you've seen Rob's little Annabelle. We had one of them donated. We have talking boards made with wood from the building.
Oh, that's cool.
Pendulum boards.
Mm-hmm. A lot of readings, equipment. We got Delco goggles, a crystal pod from Lauren.
Oh, Lauren's stuff is great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Epic box from Ghost Gear.
Yeah. It's a lot of books, gear. I know we got a t-shirt from you.
Yes. Yep. We're bringing stuff.
It's go. The best thing I'd say, if you're curious, go to the website, rockislandroadhouse.com, and click on the expo. And like Nate said, check out the schedule. Plan your day, because you can think you're going to come in and go do one thing, but you're going to find 10 other things you want to do. So you almost have to literally plan your day. We're going to have amazing food. We've got...
And coffee. I always have to drop for them. Yes. I always have to drop for our girls.
Yeah.
Oh, they are incredible. Yes. They're one of their originals. They're the official beverage of the Rock Island Roadhouse. They're going to be having Helen's Black Forest Blend, which was made. That's kind of a neat little story too. We were on a call, Lisa and I were with Lily, discussing some flavor options. And Derek, he's quiet as a mouse. He doesn't say anything to anybody, right? All of a sudden, Derek goes, I have something to say. Well, Helen and John Looney were relaying messages through him. Like John Looney wanted a nutty flavor. Helen wanted cherry and chocolate. Well, when we did the taste testing, it ended up being the Black Forest, which was based on Helen's recommendation. So it's actually made with the help of Helen Van Dale.
That's so cool. And they did say that they're going to have it available at the event. And they also have a website and stuff that you can buy their coffees if there's something that you like. And you said, I remember the food trucks, and the food was fantastic. So you guys can definitely show up in the morning and just have some coffee, visit, eat.
We got breakfast pizza coming this year. Yeah. So the vendors who are coming in the morning, we got breakfast pizza.
Nothing but cake. We've got them coming. So get ready for that. And that was the one thing, right? We were talking about that. Last year, it was we really need to make sure. And especially when you have this many coming, and we're really kind of gunning for that 2,000 person mark, which, we very well could get. Cause again, we don't know locally, everybody coming in. So I think really this year it's going to have a very different energy. It's still going to be that beautiful Rock Island, expo vibe. But I think what we're really going to see is everybody can take that breath. Like you're kind of saying, Ashley, that, okay, we're all here working together. We want to be here. We're working together. And now it's time to, kind of woo the guest, I guess. And
be yourself and have fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and another thing that I've kind of noticed is it's very age friendly. So, some of the events we've been to, it's under the age of 16 probably shouldn't be here. But the first year there were kids walking around and they loved it. And there was a lot of things for them to look at. So this is an age appropriate event. So you don't have to find babysitters. You guys can just come out and the kids will enjoy themselves too, I promise.
And that's the beautiful thing as well, as Lisa and Kandi have kept, the entry fee is $5. And the one thing that, was always important to Kandi is that, we're not gouging somebody at the door. So then when they come in, there's really nothing left to sort of spread throughout the vendors. And that you might want merch wise. So this is absolutely that you can bring kids to. And if anybody's worried that, the Warren, the Devils on the Run tour, it is its own separate space. So items aren't going to just be out in the open for everyone to see. You do have to have a ticket that is a ticketed, it's its own ticket, and you can go to extremeticketing.com to get that. So you don't have to worry about that piece, but there are so many. There's a pet psychic reader coming, Jenny Wagner. We have the pet aura. I believe Grizzly Chris does pet auras. So there are things I think
I request the creepy crawly petting zoo.
Yeah.
The guy's going to bring in his tarantulas and his spiders. Everybody loved him last year. And we had several requests for that.
Okay. Can you make sure that I am far away from that?
I'll be with you, actually.
I will meet the person.
Away.
But spiders,
snakes, all that stuff, not for me.
No.
I will.
And kids, before I forget, kids, because we've had several messages a day about this. Kids can come. There is no age limit for the expo, but for Devils on the Run, you have to be 9 years old or older. And if you're under 18, you have to be at the side of your parent. You can't be in the same room. The child needs to be with you when in the presence of the museum.
Yes.
For safety.
And there's still tickets and stuff available for that, right?
Yeah, there are some tickets still available for Devils on the Run, but it is filling up. So honestly, like if you want to get in on that and make sure that you do have space, we still have some tickets to a few of the workshops. Rachel D'Amico, who is doing the stone tape theory, which is somebody, there's so many unique and intriguing facets to that particular topic. Dave Giuliano is doing his Why Some Blessings, Cleansings, and Exorcisms Fail, which I think is such a great marriage with having the Devils on the Run tour, because I think, again, if you guys don't know, Dave Giuliano, he's like the actual OG of paranormal. Like if you don't know, like Ghost Hunter Store, first, I believe, paranormal website on, like he was like the first on the internet. So to have somebody with that experience to be able to come in and share and sort of give us some tips and tricks on that, we love that. We have Christina Bloom during the day is doing a gallery reading. We still have some space there. Same thing with Rick Hayes. I believe we've got some space with Rick Hayes as well with the gallery reading. And then of course, Derek Slater and Catherine are going to be doing, theirs is after hours. So that doesn't require an entry fee, I believe. Correct,
right.
Kandi? Okay. So that is an add-on ticket. They're doing a gallery reading. So we've got some space left, but honestly,
very few tickets for that one left. I want to say the after hours one, there's only like 12 tickets left.
Okay. Wow. Good. Very good. Yeah. So people I said at the beginning, and I think, Kandi, I was telling you this when we were looking at all the presentations, next year, if we sort of have this repeat, we should offer like a travel agent sort of situation where we sort of help you build out your passport of what you're going to do for the day, because there is a lot to do. But I want to encourage everybody, seriously, don't hesitate to go to the Horror Road Trip Get Haunted Midwest table with Chris Smith. Please stop in and get your paranormal immersive experience. It was written and produced just for Rock Island. If you don't know anything about Chris Smith, he knows everything about haunts. He does immersives himself, but this particular one, you're going to walk away with something really cool. It's so kick-ass. And it's free. It's free. So you do not stop. You've got to go to that table.
Yeah, especially with it being free. I mean, why not? You know? Oh my gosh. And honestly, what you just said, I think that's a great idea for 1 year. Do like a paranormal passport. And then like just. Well,
yeah, because it, like you just said, like it's all, because you are going to have to miss one of the presentations you probably want to go to, right? You're going to have to pick, but that's life. And, but we wanted to give at least a really good, sort of look at here is a nice chunk of the community. And I think I believe, I've met and learned a lot of new names in the paranormal. I kind of have been so focused on everything that I've been doing in the Get Haunted world. That it's like, this is such a diverse group of people. Dr. Kelly Schutz, she's amazing. I'm so blessed. She created a show just for the Get Haunted Network. We're so excited to have her, and would have never met her had it not been for this expo. There's all this cool stuff to be able to go, I've heard that name, and now I can put a face to the name, and now I can really get in there and ask your questions. Don't be afraid. I always feel like guests are afraid to come up and be like, hey, Ashley, how'd you get started? Or what are you all about? Or what's the snake guy all about who won't show his face on a show?
He's playing the mysterious card.
Very mysterious tonight.
You got to come to the expo to see what I look like.
That's right.
Well, and Tom's not here, so no one's going to know the difference. No, I think you're right. I think guests do sometimes come in, and when they come up to the tables, they're almost timid, almost feel like they're bothering you. But I don't think you should feel like that with any of the vendors that are going to be there. Everyone's very kind and open. And if you have abilities and you have questions, ask the mediums, ask the psychics. If you want a podcast and you don't know where to get started, talk to the podcasters. Come to Nate and I. We'll tell you guys if the easy part, the hard part, how to get started. I think it's a good place for people that are experienced, but also for people that are wanting to get into the field too.
Oh, if you're curious, like this is going to definitely, you're going to be like, okay, because it's cryptid, it's alien, it's paranormal. It's your very classic paranormal, but it's also the spiritual world. And I think when you kind of get all those people together, and I've been putting this on a lot of my posts, which is, get off of social media and get in the real world. I think so many of us, even vendor wise, so many of us have heard something about somebody else in the in the community. We were having this conversation. And I think that it's really sad when, we're basing our opinions on things that we're reading, or that we're watching on exposés, instead of going and get in front of the person, get in front of Ashley, get in front of Nate, vibe it out, see if they're really what you heard. And I think
make up your own mind with everything.
Make up your own mind, So
like your promo says, people are going to be able to find their next passion.
Yes.
Where their little niche is.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, and I noticed, there's people there, like at the first year, there were people that had questions about something as simple as crystals and, how can I use crystals to help my energy or protection? But then, like you said, Dave, he is incredible in what he does. And if there's things that, you go to these locations and you're nervous because you're scared you're going to bring something home, there are people here that can help you or point you in the right direction with almost any topic.
You want to know how to use equipment correctly? Go spend some time with Rob Walsack of Ghost Gear Tech. This is your moment. This is you do not want to walk out of this expo and then be like, I should have said. And so I love what you're saying. It's almost like when you're on an investigation, and especially like when Rob and I are doing public events, the one thing that you say to everybody is, if you feel it, hear it, see it, say it. Because somebody else might have something to add. And here is your moment to say it, come out. And I love that, Ashley. If you've ever been curious about, am I using crystals right? Go get somebody's opinion, go get their take and check out, you're gonna walk away with something new. You're gonna have another thing to add in your binder to be like, okay, this is really cool. I'm gonna try this next time. And I that makes a difference. Just meet them. And then you come back
next year and tell that person, hey, you were right, but I did this. And then they try it, and it's just
and that's how we learn. I think that's one of the reasons why I have been so excited for this, because there are some people out there that look at this field as a competition, and it's not. let's be honest, it doesn't matter what we do, how far we go. There's always going to be mysteries to the paranormal and aliens and cryptids. There's going to always be more to look for and to find out. So instead of competition, let it, you know, like you just said, you can learn from people, people can learn from you, share ideas, things you never expected. I mean, I know I'm pretty much thinking that I'm going to have Nate run the table and I'm just going to walk around all day.
He's like, whoa.
Nate's going to run Realm of Darkness and I'm going to go visit everything.
Well, but you know what? I was thinking about this before the show, to be honest with you. I was thinking about sort of what the paranormal sort of means and really any. Sorry, my dog is trying to break into this room right now. She's like, you're in a room without me. So, you know, when you really think about what this is, paranormal and really the afterlife, we're really speaking about our own faith, right? It's our faith in what happens afterwards. I know we all talk about I do this scientifically, and the truth is it's still very faith-based. And so, you know, I think when we can have this beautiful moment where you take a great location like Rock Island, and it is one hell of a location, which, by the way, go to the rockisland.com or rockislandroadhouse.com. You can book a private event. They do private investigations there, and you will not be disappointed. I promise you that. But I think when you can get everybody in a great location and you can get all these different beliefs and faiths out there, right? And when we can have that space to talk openly without being hyper, right, judgmental or opinionated, just allow those conversations to flow, I think we get a little closer to that truth, right? And the more we open ourselves up to be like, you know what, I was watching Ashley, or I heard something Ashley said when we were talking about XYZ topic. You know what, I think I'm going to try that at the next invest, because what is it going to hurt? Right. It's not going to hurt to try something different, right? If you're on the fence about cryptids, please go Friday night, October 3rd, 7 until midnight. You can work with Pac-Man Paranormal, the Black Wolf Paranormal, Squatch Man, Grizzly Chris, and Greg Bakken. They're doing a Spirit, Squatches, and Stories Around the Campfire with special edition CE5. This gives you a little taste of ghost, cryptid, and the consciousness connection of the alien world of outer space. So, you know, this is a moment to be like, you know what, I love Bigfoot. I love the aesthetic of Bigfoot. He's plastered all over my Jeep, but I didn't really know what I felt about him. You have a moment with the packs and with the Eskies. Let me tell you something. Your mind will open up a little bit. Doesn't mean you're going to say he's this flesh and blood dude, but you're going to be like, okay, wait a minute. There is something to this. So come do that. Come join in on something that you would have never done before, because we've made it easy. It is all in one place. Cannot be any easier, folks.
Yeah.
Well, and I think a good question to ask, and it's a very simple question, but I love to ask people, is what got you into the field? And I always say the field because it could be paranormal, cryptics, and you'll find out that a lot of these people joined or were interested because of a personal experience they had that just kind of clicked, and they were like, I need more. Yeah. And in a way, and I say this on the show every so often, but for me, at least, like the paranormal is like therapy. Yeah. You said it's very belief based, and it is, but everybody out there has lost somebody. Everybody out there has experienced in some way. And this shows, whether you're religious or not, hearing people's experiences are going to help you know that there is something else out there. So it's not lights out, we're done, and I've come across a lot of people that they've lost, loved ones, and they're like, oh my gosh, the paranormal made me realize they're watching us. I'm going to see them again. And it's something as simple as that I think can be beautiful in such a difficult field sometimes.
And the weird thing is that we talk about it being this field, but isn't it just life? Like that's really what it comes down to. And I think that's what makes this expo something just a little bit more special. And it is bringing that reality. It's bringing the human experience, because, again, I kudos to everybody who's had a network show and doing their thing, and they have that talent. But the reality is that's not what paranormal is. Paranormal, like you just said, Ashley, is something that is around us. We can all call it different things: source, spirit, ghost, entities, and people find that same comfort in the cryptid world, believe it or not, right? Bigfoot has a very comforting and unique story if you go outside of the big, scary ape-like dude, right? So I think, this is a moment where we can all come together. And like you said, it's finding that conversation. And so again, my guess would be, if you didn't find something that resonated inside Rock Island on October 4th, you didn't have enough conversations, because you're going to have a personal conversation with someone. And it could be the smallest thing. And it might be talking to the person that has the table of beautiful crystals and sprays and, uses pendulum boards. We all have that desire to connect with something bigger than us. And I think that's just human. I think that we've made it a field, but it really is the bigger, I don't know. Can I get controversy first?
Of course.
We love it.
We are all
like
for that.
You've got church and religion, but then you have connection. And that completely is above that religious mark. And even when you talk about debunkers, that's still a faith. Most debunkers are not atheists, right? They're just not. So it's either because an experience wasn't believed for them, or they haven't found that thing yet. So you have this big, beautiful world to be. And I think it would be great to have a debunker be a part of an expo that's willing to expand conversations, right? Not force something, but working with the field, because they are a part of the field. And to be able to say, like, okay, well, why wouldn't you believe this? And then here are some alternatives that we can talk about to some of these other things, because none of us know if we're right. Right? We don't.
Right. That would be a great debate topic.
Now try to find somebody, though, that is willing, right?
True. Because you do have to have two open-minded individuals or teams. But
there's a panel for next year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
that might need security. That's right.
We got Nate. He'll stand at the door.
That's right.
But I mean, if you think about it, because like we said, a lot of the things are personal experiences. So unless it's like, oh, I heard a knock and it was an ice maker. Like we all have that. But dreams and people seeing things and just having that open conversation with somebody that would be willing and open-minded, I think would be an incredible debate topic.
Right. And why can you can't just say, well, all paranormal stuff is, that would be bullshit because that can't happen. But you can't say that can't happen, because none of us are dead, to my knowledge, right? None of us made the rapture. We're all right here, right?
No,
we're all sitting here, right?
No, I think I even messaged you guys. We're all here, you guys.
But we're not there. And again, it's why we have to stop and think for just a second when we're pushing this stuff is, are we trying to push our beliefs and our faiths on somebody else to validate our own experiences? And I think this particular expo and the people that have found themselves in this space to be a part of it, and especially those that have really made their presence known to be a part of this and to help grow this, they're looking for those conversations. They're looking to open that door for somebody else to say, like, okay, this is what I was thinking. Because I fully think I'm going to walk away from this expo learning a lot of new things from a lot of new people. Like, just because I'm a vendor there doesn't mean anything different. It just means I have a booth there, right? But I'm looking for those conversations as well. So I think there's just so much more. And, I think I saw Rob on the side say, discussions versus bashing. And there's a big difference. And I think that is really the paranormal and anything in that realm, although we have the feelings and we have the experiences, it's about the discussions. And that this expo just opened a whole bunch of them on October 4th. So yeah, get your lozenge like ready to roll, because you're going to be really hoarse from doing a lot of talking, do a lot of water.
I got my big cup ready to
Don't forget
go.
to get your bundt cake at the Nothing Bundt Cake food truck.
Listen, I already have a list of the foods I want and
Yeah.
the coffees I want to, like, I will probably never be at the table. So no, I'm just kidding, Nate. I'll be there. I'll just probably be eating half the time.
I'm
so
right
this
there with
is
you.
like-
Have our snacks behind the table.
You
I know, I
haven't
actually
had
said
the
the one
ribs
thing.
yet, Sarah. Those ribs were to die for. They were so good.
Yeah, because everybody wants to have a big old discussion with big sticky fingers and eating ribs.
No, he made them neat. They were neat.
That's when I'm going to come over
Yeah,
to
that's
have
right.
you on
Hey,
the
can
you get
live.
shows?
I'm like, Sarah, bring your ribs with
Yeah,
you.
I'm known to eat on shows. It happens once in a while. Yeah.
We could do a rib.
Oh, there we go. We can have maybe like a hot rib
Make it
eating
fun.
contest, like chicken wings. Like we can go as hot. I can't. I'll be out.
Hot one.
I'll be the moderator
Yeah,
on that
I'm
one.
I'm out.
I'd die.
Maybe we'll get some volunteers for that one. That'll be a good live.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna have intuitive paintings.
Mhm.
We've
Now that's
the
cool
pet.
too.
I think you already said the pet psychic though.
We did. And Marilyn Bast of Para with the Normal will be doing intuitive paintings on site. Yeah, there's just, I mean, it's like we've been doing this for almost a year, and you look at everything, and I've been doing banners, but I feel like every time I look, it's like, oh my gosh, because, and let's not forget this. First of all, Rob, I hope you don't mind. You can come to the Get Haunted booth, and there will be some items that have, stories and claims of being haunted that are looking for new homes.
Awesome.
So come there. But is it Eagle and the Unicorn? Is that the vendor?
Yes, Eagle and the Unicorn. So
So-
they are going to be doing aura photography. So like they'll take your picture, Ashley, and you'll see what your normal aura is. Then you have whether it be a haunted item, or say you got something at grandma's and you think it's got all this positive grandma energy. Hold the item in the picture, get another picture taken, and you'll see the change in the aura.
Ooh,
We've got that.
I
That's cool,
like
yeah.
that. Because I have a little, I don't know if you can see her hiding in the corner.
Yep.
I'll bring her out. Hold on.
Oh,
I have my little lady here. And she was given to me by a friend. And the story is that she's haunted. Do I really know? I don't know, because there's things that go on in my house all the time. So
you should. You should
Bring
so
her with
bring
you.
her.
We have people who do
They could sit next to
psychometry
Tom
who
in the
can
car.
hold her and tell you.
Yeah, she can sit next to Tom in the car
There
on
you
the way
go.
there. It'll only take 9 hours,
there you
and they
go.
can be
There you
friends.
go.
I think I might bring her and take a picture, because I have had my aura read before, so I have an idea of what the color should be. But that would be really interesting.
And that's what's really cool. It's all those unique things that I think get lost on social media, right? We just don't. There's only so much time in a day, and you're doom scrolling, I guess is the new term, right? You're doom scrolling, and we're missing some of the really cool things that people do offer. And so I think, again, don't just walk. I mean, do your walk-bys first, kind of vibe everybody out, but do yourself a huge favor. If you're questioning, or if you're, don't miss the opportunity. Use your curiosity to step up to that table. There are so many great vendors that are going to be there. They're so personable. They're so down to earth, and they are looking to connect with you. So I'm really excited to hear and see. And I think we're going to try to have some testimonials. And I think that will be really a great piece. We do have Ashley and Nate and Tom. They're going to be doing some walking around and talking to people. We've got Greg Bakken, who is the official broadcast, and he's going to be doing some shows, plus all the other shows and content. We got Paranormal Theory, got Ryan Dayton. Ryan freaking Dayton is coming, folks, to Rock Island.
Have a conversation with him. If you want your face to hurt from laughing, go see Ryan.
You've got Empty Casket coming with
They're
their music.
unveiling a new exhibit, their spiritualism exhibit. So we're going to have the Empty Casket Talking Board Museum, but they will be unveiling their new exhibit.
Yeah, and they put a lot of love and attention into what they do. So I think you really will walk away with, I think the passion that you're going to feel from all these vendors, you're going to walk, it's contagious. You're going to be like, okay, what can I do now? And I promise you, you're going to find friends and you're going to find family right inside this expo. And whatever you need to expand your passion or to start your journey, whatever that looks like for you, we are all here to help you. And that is, to me, that's what an expo should be. You should be able to walk away and go, okay, I have somebody I can reach out to now. It's not what you see on social media, folks. We promise you that.
No. And, I'm glad you said that, because like you said, there are, on social media, there's a lot of, how do I say this politically correct? Or
Don't do it politically correct.
There's a lot of egos. There's a lot of, oh, they're making it, I'm not. And so there's a giant rumor mill. And, and sometimes people just have nothing better to do. So go make an opinion for yourself. Also, I always say, everybody gets a different version of me. If you're kind and you're nice and you're sweet, that is what you're going to get from me. But if you come and you treat me like an a-hole, well, you know what? I'm probably better at it. So so some of the rumor.
Is that Nate encouraged? He's encouraging.
Nate knows. Yeah, he is. But that's right. You can't always believe what you see on social media.
You shouldn't,
It just,
right?
Unfortunately, a lot of it's for the clicks, the entertainment, some people get paid with a lot of comments, we're not bad
no, I
people.
think you should be hands-on. And again, yes, this is one day. The night before, you can get tickets to see Dr. Rebecca Foster for a gallery reading, and also the stories, Spirit Squatches and Stories Around the Campfire. You can do those two things on October 3rd, but October 4th, Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m., just the expo part. That is your opportunity. Come in there, meet the community, ask your questions, talk to the people you want to talk to some people that you're scared to talk to, get in there and really meet who they are. I promise you, everybody is as real can be that's going to be at this expo. And they work really hard and they are really passionate about what they do and in their journey. And they're here to grow alongside you. So do not miss this opportunity. I'm telling you. And of course, don't miss the opportunity to see the infamous Annabelle, because once this is over, she will be at the museum. And this is a great way for you to come out, meet the people who work with her, meet the people who have spent the most time and know the Warrens and know the intentions. This is where everybody's got to step off of the opinion train and get into real life and really listen to what they have to say, what they have to offer. And I promise you're going to walk out of there going, you know what? Okay. All right. I get it.
And it's possibly going to change your opinion on it.
It'll be the best $5 you've ever spent.
Yeah.
And I mean, you get it back with like we said, with Paraflix giving you 3 free months.
Yes, with Paraflix.
You're getting that $5 back. So cheaper than that cup of coffee you get.
Yeah.
You get a whole day.
Well, and Paraflix. Yeah. And Paraflix has a bunch of shows that, once you download, you get the membership, you'll be able to watch all of those shows, which are incredible. Beyond Dimensions is on there. That's an old show. And then also Beacon's there, and they have a bunch of great shows that have just recently dropped with Brian and Rochelle, Dave Schrader, and Shane and Cindy. They have a show that's, I think, either coming out soon or just came out. But they got, tomorrow. I knew it was either today or tomorrow. But I mean, you're going to find really great shows as well, with the different networks that are going to be there. And if you're interested in making your own show, talk to these networks, see what they look for, what it takes. Talk to some of the filmmakers. I mean, Tom's going to be with us and Nate's with us. They do a lot of filming. Ask them how they got started.
That's right.
And what don't ask about cameras.
But that's, content creators, right? Podcast hosts. Like, this is your chance to go ahead and ask those questions. Like, can I just do this and just, you can just get online and start talking, like,
And that's what we wanted when
Just
we
get
started
them.
this 3 years ago. We wanted it to be community, not here I go again, not herding cattle through lines and walking past tables. We wanted it to be come, talk, visit, learn something, make the connections. It's, I don't know, it's different. We're changing the way people paracon.
Yeah.
And I know from our standpoint, once the event's kind of up and running, I am going to go live and walk around to show everybody that, are either debating on coming up or are going to come up later, or maybe just can't make it, can't afford the trip, depending where they're at, so that they can see the amount of vendors and the guests and the interactions going on. So I'll have that up on, the Facebooks and all the different places that we can put it. So if you can't make it, you can still at least feel like you're participating.
Is that the Tom on the side over there? He's putting in his...
It is. Yep. That's our Tom. He's not feeling well tonight, so he's watching the chats for us.
So he's getting better.
So
He'll be better in a week.
Yes. If he's sick this week, fine. He better be better by like Wednesday.
Tom will never be better. Don't worry.
Poor Tom.
And if you need picked on, come to our table too.
I'll roast you.
Well, and honestly, Kandi, thank you for trusting all of us to come in and, bring your vision to life of what you wanted. And it's hard to do on your own, and it's hard to do first time out. And it's a big risk to, include new people in and say, okay, I'm going to let go of the reins a little bit and let them create. And you did that. And I, for one, thank you so much for allowing and trusting me to step in here. And
I wouldn't have wanted to do it with anybody else.
Oh,
and we have Ashley. She's on the committee too.
Yep. Kaylee, Rob, everybody, Jason McGray. We have Canada coming, folks. It really, everybody just coming and wanting to help build something out. And I think that's huge. I think that's where, we really got it right. And I know we can walk away from this particular expo and go, we did it. We did it. It's not even here yet. And we did it. And I think that is just a win in a huge way. So congratulations, Kandi, and thank you for everything.
No, not congratulations to me. It's congratulations to all of us, including the vendors, because without them,
they
wouldn't be happening.
They sold this puppy.
I could have an idea, and we all could work to have an idea, but if they don't believe in the idea and show up, it's nothing.
Right. They invested. They did it. So, yep. Congratulations, everybody. Now comes the hard work.
Yes. And now, the next week's going to be rough, but you know what? Saturday night, we'll all be excited and tired. But, unfortunately, our time is coming to an end. But before we go, for people that haven't bought tickets yet, where can they buy tickets? Where can they, I know you guys already said it, but where can they look for the different events to buy tickets for those? Where can they find
I'd say first go to rockislandroadhouse.com, because that will give you the description of every ticket. And after everything that needs a ticket, there's the little button that will take you right over to Extreme Ticketing. So you can throw the ticket in your cart and go back, get whatever you need. But if you want to go directly to the ticketing site, extremeticketing.com/Rock Island Roadhouse.
And that's extreme with an X, folks, not with an E. Extreme with an X. Extremeticketing.com.
We've said that before.
So go check out all the events. Go get your ticket. There's merch that's going to be available. So get yourself a shirt, because you're going to want to remember the event. And with that, thank you so much, ladies, for being on. I am so blessed to have you guys as friends and to be doing this event with you guys. And I cannot wait to see you in a couple days, like a week.
1 week?
Yeah, 1 week.
Yeah, 1 week. And Nate, I expect you to have like a piece of black poster board over your face at the event.
Do we recognize him?
Yes. That's going to be his new identity.
Yeah.
The pulsating NC.
That's right.
Yes. I love it. But thanks everybody for watching. If you guys have questions, reach out to any of us. We'll give you guys the information. We can send you the websites. Watch the Facebooks. I'm sure we're still going to be sharing for the next week. And until then, we love you and we will see you next week in Rock Island. Bye, everyone. And now I think I froze. That's a great way to end it. Just kidding. Bye.